Good day, everyone, and welcome to Life Lessons in a Nutshell. Glad to have you. Thanks for signing on. Today's mini lesson is entitled, Pride Brings Destruction. It does what? Pride brings destruction. The Bible is clear that pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. This verse warns that pride leads to downfall and destruction. Another Bible reference is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 6. God opposes the proud. He does what? He opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. And this verse highlights the significance of humility and the negative consequences of pride. There's nothing good about pride. Throughout the Bible, numerous examples of pride serves as cautionary tales. One such example is found in the story of King Nebuchadnezzar in the book of Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar's pride led him to boast about his accomplishments and disregard God's sovereignty. And as a result, he was humbled and lost his sanity until he acknowledged God's power. The destructive nature of pride is on display every day. It does not take long to find examples all around us. Sometimes it seems that prideful people are the ones who win elections, receive awards, conquer opponents, and become rich and famous. Our culture is often attracted to the loud, brash, and braggadocious. This makes us doubt that indeed pride brings destruction. Let me share 3 reasons why pride brings destruction. Number 1, pride causes overconfidence, which blinds us to our weaknesses and can lead to destruction. A measure of confidence is very important. Overconfidence, however, is a problem, and it often comes from pride. When we're prideful and overconfident, we can overlook potential weaknesses, dangers, and pitfalls. We think past success guarantees future success, but it doesn't. Overconfidence has led people to take risks that have sometimes resulted in death, in businesses failure, and in financial ruin. Yes, pride brings destruction. Number 2, pride causes people to reject help they need from others. We all need help from time to time. Prideful people refuse to listen and learn. And there are many things we cannot do for ourselves. But pride brings destruction by deluding us into thinking that we don't need any help. We can do it ourselves. The greatest example of this is salvation. You see, Jesus died on the cross for our sins, so we wouldn't have to save ourselves. Yet many think they can save themselves by being good enough to go to heaven. It's one of the most ridiculous thoughts imaginable. Yet people today believe it. The book of Romans chapter 3 verse 23 says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." Number 3, pride is a blinder that keeps people from realizing they are prideful. Pride brings destruction because it dilutes us. Pride brings destruction because it blinds us to our pride. It's almost impossible to know when we're prideful. Usually it takes an outsider to point out our pride. But often we are so prideful, we reject their assistance. The consequences of pride are far-reaching. When we become consumed by our sense of superiority, we lose the admiration and respect of others. Pride breeds contempt, often leading us to look down on others and dismiss their worth. This not only harms our relationships, but it also prevents us from embracing the humility and love that God desires for us. You can watch this entire lesson entitled The Pitfalls of Pride on our YouTube channel or Facebook page. If you enjoyed this nutshell, subscribe, share, like. Do what? Subscribe, share, like. And until next time, be safe and be well.
We were broken, sinful, and wretched. A stain soaked deep into the fabric of humanity. consumed by death, covered in darkness, lost in the wilderness, set adrift in the vastness. But God, He was consumed too, unwilling to watch His creation wander endlessly, unable to sit by as we dove deeper into the abyss. He was overcome by love, by grace, by mercy. He took our pieces and gave them purpose. He took our shattered spirit and gave it hope. He took our destiny and reshaped it. Though we were unworthy, He counted us worthwhile. We were broken, but in the hands of God, we've been made whole.